All right. Hello, everyone. My name is Shama. We are back yet again for another amazing Next Generation series. I'm super excited. Today we have on a phenomenal young lady who is tearing up the scene. Her name is Joslyn Molina. She's out of Florida. She has been training since she was 5 or 6 years old. She competed first to the Pankids in 2020. Since then, she has collected a lot of titles, a lot of medals. You've probably seen her on the platforms like Jitz Kings, as well as Fight to Win, Submission Hunter Pro. She's taken many titles, like I said, in both youth, teens, and women's divisions. And she's only 12 years old, folks, so watch out. So thank you so much for being on today. I really appreciate you being here. How did you get started in jujitsu?
Yeah. I was actually doing a lot of different sports, and my dad met my professor at a store, and it's not too much of a original story, like not too much of a cool one, but it got me started in jiu-jitsu and it kind of got me on my path.
Nice. So was it love at first sight for jujitsu? Did you have to kind of get your feet wet in it?
At first, I was nervous. I think every single kid, when they're little and they're getting introduced into something, it's nerve-wracking. But after a couple days, after a little while, I fell in love with it.
Nice. So what part of jujitsu did you fall in love with most and has kind of helped keep you there over the years?
Uh, I love like the traveling and the seeing friends and like learning. There's so much to learn in there. Even if you've been doing it for like years and years and years. Second, you go train somewhere else, you find out that there's still more to learn. So just a lot to take in, and so many good people doing it. It's nice to embrace.
100%. I couldn't agree with you more. It's all about like the community. And you're right. It's just like life. You never stop learning. Like even as a black belt, once you get there, you're at the bottom of the
Yeah.
black belt world now, and you gotta it just keeps going until infinity and beyond, you know? So tell me, what do I gotta watch out for if we're rolling? Are you a top player? Are you a guard player?
In my words, there's three different types of things. There's everything's, there's guard pullers and takedowners. Takedowners kind of like, wrestlers do lots of takedowns and are very top heavy. And of course, guard pullers, full guard, and are good at like leg and stuff like that. I feel like I'm in everything. It's nice to be well rounded. So if that doesn't work, you move on to something else. If you can't take them down, you can full guard. I like more top pressure game, arm bars, mount.
Nice. Very cool. So have you ever explored? So you've been training about half your life now. You're 12 and you started when you're about 5 or 6. Have you ever explored like judo or wrestling to kind of help supplement your takedown game?
Yes, I'm actually like an orange or yellow belt in judo. I just got it like not last year, so I want to be like I think last year I got my judo belt. I'm pretty good. I'm pretty good in that, and I like wrestling. Just
Very cool.
try-
Very cool. That's awesome. Nowadays, you have to be well diverse, you know. I mean, especially your generation. Especially a lot of kids like yourself are taking jujitsu a lot longer. So now they're entering into the adults and teens divisions. So you got to have a more versatile game because like I said, you've been training half of your life. You know, that's like if you take the adult equivalent of it. I mean, I'm probably at adult equivalent and I've been training for 20 years, you know. I started when I was 20. So it's really awesome. So you say you compete a lot. I like to ask everybody this. Do you still get nervous when you go out there and compete? And if so, how have you overcome them? How do you cope with them?
Yes, I actually have. I feel like it's a nice little unique personality to me to cope with nervousness. Some people like to shut down, like put music on and listen and think about what they're doing. But for me, it's kind of like the opposite. I like to hang out with my friends. That's why I like make friends at every single competition because when I am nervous, I'm gonna walk around with them. I'm gonna explore the area. I'm gonna like go on a little adventure before a fight, and then I'll get on the mat. On the mat, it's funny because like I'll be nervous and I'll be laughing, and it just all goes away in a second, and it's just gone. So
What are some of your favorite topics that you study in school?
my favorite topics, I really like history. I actually got accepted to like in this little like tournament in the regional. I don't think I'm gonna go because you have to press a buzzer in front of everybody. But I
Oh,
got accepted.
that'll be
Um,
fun.
I'm one of the few people who got accepted into it, and I also really like science, so history and science.
Very cool. So that leads me into my next question, and I'm sure, it's a question that adults love to ask kids, but what do you want to be when you grow up? And I know that changes. You're 12 years old.
First, for a while, I wanted to be like a veterinarian or something, but I actually really don't know right now. I like a lot of different things. I love engineering, so like kind of in that science and math area. I love like building new things, like taking them apart and trying to rebuild them back together. So I'm kind of guessing I'm going towards that engineering path.
Very cool. There's a lot of engineers in jujitsu, and I think it's because we're always like technical, right? We're
Yeah.
strategizing, right? It makes sense. It makes sense. That's very cool. That's awesome. So, what do you have next going on for your jujitsu goals this year? Where were we going to see you?
Where are you gonna see me? I'm gonna be competing in ADCC New Jersey. Think I'm also doing Las Vegas, and just I'm doing a lot of ADCCs. I love no gi. I do gi a lot. I am pretty good in gi, but I love no gi.
What do you love about no gi versus gi?
No gi versus gi. Oh, in gi they hold you. It's in gi they hold you. I actually just did gi and like all my skin underneath my fingernails got like ripped off, but I did pretty good. So I I like I like both of them.
Yeah, no, it's funny because when I started, everybody was doing gi, and no gi was maybe not as popular. And now no gi has just exploded. Like it is everywhere. And so it's really cool to see how much that has grown for sure. So who are some of the people that you look up to maybe in the jiu-jitsu community?
Uh, there's a couple. Of course, there's like all the like the big stars and like all of the people whose names are really out there. But for me, it's like a lot of the people who I go around fighting against, like the adults, people in my gym. There's just one girl. Her name's Layla. I shouted her out. The other one too, but she's kind of like a big sister to me, I guess. I mean, we both mess with each other, and she's taught me a lot. So that's cool.
That's very cool. That's cool that you have a mentor that's right there to help you as well. I think that's really awesome to have that support system. And so that leads me into my next question is, I see a lot of kids coming into jujitsu, and once they kind of get into your age, they tend to kind of life takes them in a different direction. Maybe they want to just hang out with their friends. What are some advice that you have to girls that are kind of at your age in sticking with jujitsu and why they should stick with it, and what has helped you kind of keep active in the jujitsu community and keep active in your training, period?
For me, it's again, like I said, I love traveling, but it's also important to see like I am good at this. I do love these things. I can make friends in this. So it would be better to like stick with it and see how good you get in the long run, see how far you can progress in this career. But if you really, really don't like it, and like if you really don't want to do it, then you probably should go with something else instead of just trying to force yourself to stick in here. But if you really have a passion for it, then every single like all my friends and like their parents, they said, she's so good. Don't get like interrupted with friends. Don't stop at school. Keep going at school. Don't let your friends like be the reason why you quit the thing you love.
Yeah. No. What would you say to girls your age, boys your age, women, kids, anybody, period? Why should they do jujitsu? Why jujitsu?
Why? I've said this plenty of times, but for the traveling, it's just amazing to go out and to see how many opportunities you have. And it's also really good in self-defense. There's a lot of different like points of views you can learn from it. Self-defense, meeting a community, and just like all that amazing little tiny details of it, along with getting a lot of knowledge.
For sure. What's been one of your most memorable experiences in jujitsu?
One most memorable, um, probably the time I got to go to Puerto Rico and compete. I mean, I got to jump off a bridge and into some water. That was really cool. I fought. I feel like that's one of the first times I lost one of my first adult divisions. I got like second place. There was like four people in there, I think. But I got second place, and I think that really drove me to compete in a lot more adult divisions and keep on trying to go for first place.
When I used to compete a lot, you guys were the scariest, the kids. Because you're young and you have tons of energy and you're flexible and you're fast. And yeah, you're not afraid when you adults, I'm not saying adults get afraid, but you guys just go for it. And so it's really awesome that you're looking for opportunities to challenge yourself. Why do you think it's important to keep challenging yourself in jujitsu or in life, period?
It's a way for you to keep on moving up in your goals. If you try to like just keep on fighting in like the same bracket and in the same division, it's good for you, but after a while, you're gonna stay at the same level. And if you keep on training, yeah, you'll like get more good, but it's really important to push yourself so you can be better and rise like your levels and just anything actually school related topics, jujitsu, all of it counts. You have to set higher goals. And then if you fail that goal, it's a learning opportunity for you to do better goals.
You're so wise and you're only 12.
Thank you.
No, you are. Seriously, you got a lot of it figured out. That's amazing. Because it is. That's what life is all about, is always striving to do better, right? Like
Yeah.
constantly. And and I think a lot of people in jujitsu, that's why we're attracted to it, is because it challenges us to constantly do better, right? And improve and recognize our weaknesses, because those are opportunities, like you said, to learn. 100%. Couldn't agree with you more there. So what are some of your jujitsu goals moving forward?
Goals. My goal is really just keep on training, trying to work my way up, get some more sponsors, meet a lot more people. I want to meet a lot more people. I really like want to enroll that goal a lot. I love that goal.
No, that's a phenomenal goal, because like you said, there's so many amazing, phenomenal people in this community to meet, and everybody inspires us in so many different ways. So that's really awesome that you're putting yourself out there and meeting all of these people. I'm gonna go ahead and close out with one last question for you. If you could go anywhere, train with anyone, who would that be? Where would that be?
Who would that be? That's a hard question because there are a lot of gyms everywhere. But I'll probably go train with Helena. It'll be fun. Training John Danaher, their gym and everything else like that. I'll get a lot of knowledge from there. I'll, get to like learn a lot more things.
Yeah, for sure. She's a phenomenal. I've been watching her career for a while now too, and yes, Austin has become a hub. So that is the gym, that is the coach to learn from. So I'm not surprised, especially since you love Nogi. That's where you want to go. So that's really awesome. And like I said, you have got it all figured out. You're so young. I'm super excited to see where you go. I really appreciate you being on today. Thank you to your family as well for allowing you to be a part of this. And is there anyone else you want to give a shout out to, or anything else you want to add that we didn't cover?
It's lagging out again. I can't hear you.
Oh, okay, hold on 1 second. It should be coming back. Is there anyone that you would like to give a shout out to?
It's lagging out.
And that's why we're almost done. Okay, so what is there anyone you'd like to give a shout out to? Final thoughts.
Yes, there is. Her name's Mila, and she trains in Austin, Texas, and she's amazing at buggy chokes. It's it's phenomenal how good she is at them. It's crazy. But there's also one more thing I wanted to say. Earlier, when you're talking about like role models and stuff, I forgot to mention how important it is to be a good role model. Role model. You can look up to so many people, and sometimes you forget how many people are looking up on you. So you have to be an amazing role model. Take these like kids underneath your wing if they come train at your gym. At my gym, I have so many like students that just love me, and I try to teach them a lot as much as I can. Go train with them, and it's also just like important to be a good role model and look up to people.
100%. 100%. No, I couldn't agree with you more. So thank you so much. I really appreciate you again being on today. Thank you to your family for having you, and thank you for sharing your insight. I think you had some amazing insight there. So I really appreciate you being on. Everybody for tuning in. We will see you guys next time.